New hope, new aspirations, same drama. It is a pleasure to welcome everyone back to a new season. Everything building now towards the imminent kickoff. I'm Peter Drury, and it's my chance. Delight to have Jim Beglin beside me.
Hi everyone, and thanks Peter. It's great to be on board.
We have already started here. He's made sure that that won't get through. Into the channel. That intervention was very necessary. So the start of what will hopefully be a long managerial career for the new man in the dugout. Jim Beglin, what do you think of this one?
I think it's sink or swim time for him, Peter. An appointment that seems to split opinion amongst the supporters, but they can play a part in getting right behind him and the team, and who knows, a decent start, and it could have the desired impact.
Looking to break out here. So what now? Dinks one in. Juris. How about it? Knocks it away. More than happy to take the muscular approach. I have to say, that was an exemplary tackle. Stopped him dead in his tracks. Muniain looks to dink one in. Raul Garcia up to meet it! There it is! The breakthrough strike!
Bilbao are really pouncing on any stray passes in midfield. We're talking seconds from interception to the back of the net. It's counter-attacking heaven.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Still a fragile lead though, they can't afford to sit on this.
Long and high towards the flank. And it's Muniain. Boots it to safety. Well, the ball's come loose and the chase is on. A real chance to break. Brings it forward. Tries a through ball. Big chance! It's in! Really outwitted one-on-one. Once more, he gets the better of the keeper.
Oh, that's excellent composure, because the keeper put as much pressure on as he could by not committing sooner.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Oh, I think the coach will really be annoyed with that. The players were still thinking about their goal and just got caught napping.
Mikel Rico spreads it wide. Tries to get it forward quickly. Just brushed off the ball there. Forward it goes. Great strength, too strong for his opponent. Juris did well to pick out. And it's been intercepted, and that will come to nothing. And we've reached half-time. Genuinely interesting game here. Very, very watchable. 2 goals, 1 each. Any strong opinions on the first half?
Well, we thought this would be close, Peter, and it's proving us right so far. They're well matched, and it presents a fascinating battle of wits to see who'll emerge on top or otherwise.
That's a really interesting game, and they head in at half-time at 1-1. And we are already promptly back underway. Now it's to Marcos. Marcos is on a run down the left. Gets up to head it! And that's offside. Yes, it is.
I thought he might just get the benefit of any doubt then.
Mikel Rico gets it back. Raul Garcia has created 1 goal already. Out wide to the right. Hoists it high. Goalkeeper's ball. Out to the left it goes. And it's hoisted clear. WE2018.
They're actually not getting too tight, which is interesting.
No.
It's probably cautionary. Don't dive in, try to pinch it or intercept so nobody can get in behind.
Well, it has been pretty tight up to now. 1-1. Aimed long and direct. Final checks on the touchline. A change about to occur. Great run on the overlap here. Cross deflected behind for a corner. There's going to be another change here.
I think you have to admire his willingness to keep plugging away, but the manager has done him a big favour, I think, by taking him off. You know, he was looking very, very leggy.
Inaki Williams. Raul Garcia tries lifting it over. Looks to slip it through. Flings it. Massive leap! Oh, he's managed to miss it.
You get the feeling that whoever scores the next goal here will be the winners of this tie. They can't afford to waste chances like that.
That is a poor kick by the keeper. Been intercepted. If we're going to get a winner, it's got to come now. Now the pass.
Look, this can still go either way. It might be flowing one way, but there's still time for some ebb.
Plays it out to the flank. He's got away. Has a pop! And that may well be that. That is that. It's a so-so start. Don't draw too many conclusions from that. Early days. What are your thoughts on today's game then, Jim? The warmest of welcomes to you. We await the conclusion of the pre-game formalities. I'm your commentator, Peter Drury, and providing his unique brand of expert analysis, here's Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
And we're underway. Granada are newly promoted to the top flight. First season up, what would their target be?
Well, I think staying here. I think that will be their target, certainly the first objective, and they'll want to try and get to 40 points or whatever the safety line will be. Everything else can probably be seen as a bit of a bonus, really.
Ramos. Is there any support? He might not need it. And the counter is on. Now the pass. Well positioned to make that interception.
It's not the game we were hoping for, Peter. I think...
Has a pop! Oh, surely that deserved better.
Well, there are a few pockets of space that are being exploited, and they need filling, and fast.
Tries a through ball. Towering header! Oh, off the bar! Aimed long and direct. And it's Ramos. Ramos passes it through. Now here's the through ball. Some are shouting for a corner, but the referee says goal kick. to get it forward quickly. Now surely! He's gone for it! And that really should have hit the net. Looks like a good ball through. He's had a shot! And that has been clubbed away. Forward it goes. Out wide to the right. It's there!
Yeah, looking back at that, that's how you play on the counter. Quick and decisive and ruthless with the finish. I thought it was a stunning, stunning breakaway.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
And that ought to be the trigger for a really exciting and entertaining game from here on.
So what? Flip it, and the finish! He's done very well to get to that.
Well, what can I say? Truly wonderful goalkeeping.
And the header! And that is going to be the final action of the first half. And the team still separated by 1 goal, but it should be very different. What do you think we're up to after 45 minutes?
Well, you can debate, Peter, whether they deserve a slightly bigger lead because they've created the majority of the chances. But they are in front for a reason, and they'll be confident of cementing that from now.
Leading 1-0 at the break. So we're already into the second period.
Well, 1-0 may be good enough, so they may err on the side of caution and get more players behind the ball instead of running beyond it. They could even try to spoil it from here, we'll see.
It's a loose ball. And he's... Ramos! Tries to get it forward quickly. That's good progress he's made on the ball. Where to next? Has it out wide now. Aimed in towards the centre. And he's there to cut it out. It's being played forward. Well, they can break here. Out to the left it goes. Now the pass. Ramos, and the counter is on. So Jim, what are you thinking?
They're ahead, but they're not playing as if they are. There seems to be more of an emphasis on protecting their lead than adding to it. It's all gone a little timid.
It's broken loose.
Well, it's good stuff. This is better.
Well, this isn't the time to talk about risks now, Jim, is it? They just have to hurl everything at it and hope for a break. Massive leap! Decent clearance now. Can anyone get on the end of it? Great strength, too strong for his opponent.
Peter, they have to fight the onset of desperation and keep enough cool heads to still deliver.
Cuts it out. Aimed long and direct. Granada could have here their final chance. We have got changes here from both sides, in fact. Knocks it away. It's a brilliant interception.
Granada have a simple task to find something sustained now and keep the pressure on.
He's away, he's had a go! Oh, no shortage of confidence there.
He was set on rounding it off in fitting style, but he couldn't make it fit.
Gets up to head it! And with that, the final whistle. What a game. End to end, it flew by, and in the end, it all came down to just the odd goal.
Yeah, clean sheets and hard grind will help you go places, and they have...
The warmest of welcomes to all of you around the globe. We're just about ready to get going. The players will be with us very shortly. I'm Peter Drury, and seated in the experts' hot seat is our man Jim Beglin.
Glad to be here, Peter, and I'm ready to rumble.
There's the whistle, and here we go. Oviedo are newly promoted to the top flight. First season up, what would their target be?
Well, I think staying here, I think that will be their target, certainly the first objective, and they'll want to try and get to 40 points or whatever the safety line will be. Everything else can probably be seen as a bit of a bonus, really.
Loose. Over to the left. Massive leap! And He's done it! There is the breakthrough! A great delivery and a finish to match.
Yeah, I just thought he wanted that more than anyone else on the pitch, and it was fully deserved. He gave it everything he had.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Yeah, this is also a chance to see what happens to their level of concentration from here.
He acknowledges that he should have come up with something better there.
That just required a bit more oomph to reach its target.
Looks to slip it through. Hits one! He's missed, but not by that far.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close.
Oviedo seek a performance here which reflects rather better on the boss. He's taken a fair amount of criticism in the wake of the last game.
I think tactically he didn't make a good job of things for starters, and then compounded matters in trying to correct it. I only hope he's thick-skinned.
Towering header! Hot knife through butter! They have done it again! He was so alert to the possibilities there, great stuff.
Oh, players like this fella almost have a sixth sense to get themselves in such great poaching positions. How quick-minded was that? Well, at 1-0 this contest was still nicely poised, but now that it's gone to 2, mindsets are affected a lot more. Winning belief one way and that losing feeling the other.
Plays it in. And it's going for goal! Crowd reaction tells you just how close that was.
Look, I'm sure he'll deny it, Peter, but the keeper didn't have that covered.
Tried to play it through.
Yeah, the idea was right. The delivery wasn't. They can revisit that further on.
Looks to dink one in. Passes it through. He slid it through. Big chance! Where to from here? Looking to shoot. They've scored! And right on half-time, that is telling. And the referee brings the first half to a close. So a really good half of football, 3 goals and just one separating them.
Well, it's still anyone's game, as both sides have shown they have goals in them. As for the next one, should it arrive, that may have a bigger bearing as to who emerges victorious.
Goes for goal! Surely this time! Looking to break out here. Plays it into the channel. Now here's the through ball. Oviedo look as though they're about to make a change. He's had a shot! Oh, so close to what would have been a memorable goal.
Well, the run was really impressive. The finish was depressive, and expectations were not met.
It so nearly came off for him.
Well, Peter, I think it's fairly obvious. He's one of the biggest influences out there.
Regardless of the outcome, it is good to see someone running at the defence like that. Aimed long and direct. Dashing forward at pace. Played into the middle.
Oviedo have anticipated an aerial bombardment.
Just looks like mass defence.
Yeah, it's a case of needs must at certain times, Peter, and they have to respond to what's being asked of them.
Plays a clever pass. Looks to play him in, but a minor communications breakdown. So, time for changes on both sides, actually.
Well, you have to feel a little for the player being taken off here. I think he's been made the scapegoat after that, but I guess something had to be done. I suppose it did need a little change. Oviedo are definitely not going down without a scrap. Their attitude just can't be faulted.
Tries a through ball. Lofted into the middle. Last ditch
There's a
defending,
real
but that'll
appetite
do.
from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
And the weighted pass. Both sides then taking this chance to turn to their benches. It is just a question of running down the clock now. Oh, that's neat. Dinks one in. It's being played forward. There is the final whistle. Well, whatever the shortcomings on either side, it was a great game to watch, just one between them. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Look, we saw some textbook football from wide areas that continued to produce...
So, a warm welcome to you all. We will be underway very shortly, once all the pleasantries are complete. I'm Peter Drury, and here with me in the commentary box, I'm glad to report, is Jim Beglin.
Well, thank you very much, Mr. Drury, and hello to everyone.
The action has already started. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
It has to be the brains of the operation, Toni Kroos. He's another one of the elite passers in world football, and his consistency remains high at both club and international level, and one of the first picks in the team.
Yes, getting the best out of him will count for so much. Benzema. Time to deliver. That looks a good ball. Chris has a shot! It just took too long getting forward.
Look, if they're going to counter, it has to be pacier and much more decisive.
Knocks it away. Loose ball, who's going to get that? Modric. Big chance! He's delivered all right! Well, he was never going to miss from there. So much to aim at.
There's the obvious danger man here, and yet he was afforded way too much freedom. I think he was gifted that goal. His reputation should have been warning enough for them.
Gets up to head it! He's done well to get his head on that, but couldn't score.
Oh, that's a real disappointment as well, after he worked so hard to just get into position and get on the end of that in the first place. A lot of effort for very little reward.
Both sides 3 games unbeaten. Decent starts all round. Little accusatory stare there tells the whole story.
That was just poor decision-making and a weak execution.
Cuts it out. Now it's Benzema. Now it's Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's Bale. He's having a look round. Bale with the ball through. Crosses it in, the shot's on! He has done it! All too easy! They are in danger of disappearing out of sight! Finishing doesn't come simpler than that. Bang in front of goal.
It's almost criminal to see a defence fail to identify someone who thrives when it comes to shooting stats. They knew, and yet they didn't heed, and they've paid the price and deserve to.
Madrid grab a couple of goals without reply. It's 2-0.
Well, at 1-0 this contest was still nicely poised, but now that it's gone to 2, mindsets are affected a lot more. Winning belief one way and that losing feeling the other.
Ball swung in. It's a brilliant interception. Forward it goes. A real chance to break. Toni Kroos plays it out to the wing. Isco. Hoists it high. Massive leap! They are rampant! Hot knife through butter. They have done it again. However they tried to stand in his way, he just was not to be denied.
Oh, this fella's as slippery as an eel, the way he freed him.
And that is going to be the final action of the first half. Well, there's plenty that can be said about the last 45 minutes, but one thing that cannot be said is that it's dull. One-sided, yes, but packed with excitement. So we're just settling back into this second half. So, 45 minutes to turn it round. Tries a through ball. Bale. Now a chance to break. Modric. Cristiano Ronaldo gets his foot in there. Madrid keeping their men at arm's length here.
Yeah, I just think it's a conservative move to deny runners the opportunity of going beyond that rear guard.
Some excellent tackling here, and that one a perfect example. Goes wide, Benzema. Plays it back. Bale. Delivery from Daniel Carvajal. That's gone a long way up and away. Out to the flank. A chance to play it in. That's a throw. Aimed in towards the centre. And he just whacks it away. It's Benzema! He's going after it. Christian, great leap! Oh, surely this time! Wonderful from Kroos! Over the hills and far away! No catching them now! He was really quick to react to the initial save, and he has his reward.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way.
Madrid totally rampant here. Modric. Now the pass. Goes for the cross. Well, this man's contribution is, as you would expect, proving terrific.
Well, having that sort of player in your side is reassuring because the rest of the team knows he can make his influence count at any stage. It's simply part of his package. When he really wants to, this fella scores.
Madrid look as though they're about to make a change.
Well, his stamina was called into question then, but there's absolutely nothing wrong with his heart and the efforts he put in. He was very willing, though, not quite able.
Passes it through. Toni Kroos. Doesn't get the pass he's looking for. Looks like a good ball through. He's gone for it! This could fall anywhere! In he goes again! Added time is up, and there goes the whistle. Well, you can analyse to your heart's content. It won't change the outcome. They have lost the game. Hello and a warm welcome to everyone across the globe. We should be underway very shortly. The players will be with us any time now. This is Peter Drury, and next to me providing insights will be Jim Beglin.
Well, thanks for that, Peter. I'm more than ready to get going here.
And already we're underway here. Some good work on the right flank. Now, what's next? Gets into some space. It's a loose ball. Aimed in towards the centre. Referee's given a throw. Plays it back. Shot at goal! Tries to get it forward quickly. Tries a through ball. So what's he planning here? Deflected behind for a corner kick. Great leap! Just off target.
Yeah, he may have snatched at that a bit, even though it was quite close. Yeah, early stages, I know, Peter, but there's a show of forward thrust here. They're oozing belief.
Now the pass. Vasquez. And he just whacks it away. Forward. What does he try from here? Looks to slip it through. No change to the score, 0-0 it remains. And a shot! And the assistant referee has his flag raised for offside.
It doesn't take much sometimes, Peter. He has to adjust a little mistimed run.
And it's Muriel. Luis Muriel plays it out to the wing. More than happy to take the muscular approach. Charges in. Kia. Vasquez. Forward it goes. Could move up a gear here. Muriel pushes it out wide. Some good play on the left-hand side now to profit from it. Passes it through. He's got it, and he's got time. Well played, he saw that coming. That's not going to make it. And the first half is done, so neither team has broken through, but certainly not for the want of trying. It's been an interesting game up to now, but still goalless. Reflections on the first half?
Unspectacular, but solid, and that solidity could yet be the foundation for them to go on and win.
And after 45 minutes, it is still goalless. A change perhaps after half-time. Well, the action has already resumed here. So deadlock still as the second half begins. Well positioned to make that interception. Has a pop! He's missed, but not by that far.
That's a little unfortunate. He had a lot of people worried then. That's
the sort of defending that is going to upset the opposition. It already has, actually.
Yeah, and as their most significant attacker, he isn't about to receive any generous invitations.
Sevilla were grateful to the genius of their manager last time round.
Look, to alter the intended game plan was a daring move on the manager's part. It wasn't quite working for him, and he accepted his mistake. And I think what followed merits a lot of praise.
He wasn't very far from making something himself. Lovely to see. And he's made certain that won't get through. He's left his man. The shot's on! Really well taken goal. And late in the day, a telling moment.
And as soon as they made that error in midfield, they didn't have time to react before the ball hit the net. Very much a lesson learned.
Deadlock broken, it's 1-0.
Look, experienced voices need to be heard now, along with good purpose and urgency, and they can get right back into this.
Looks like a good ball through. Puts in a cross. Is it in? So close to drawing level.
Makes you think, Peter, they could have been doing this earlier. Still, it's encouraging.
Just brushed off the ball there. And it's Pablo Sarabia. So they got the only goal to make it 1-0.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
And he's onside.
There's a real appetite from them to finally put this game to bed, but will they?
And now they can launch a counter. It is just a question of running down the clock now.
I think it's time for them to concentrate on closing this one out.
Out to the flank. Nolito. Looks to slip it through. Chance to shoot. Aimed long and direct. And that is that. Terrific contest. It really might have tipped either way. The margins were tiny, just a goal in it, but that was enough.
Yeah, it was never a match that was going to blow us.